morning. How's everybody doing? What are we doing? Getting ready to put up peas. 2 bowls. So I've been working a lot, and mostly I only find the time to get up, go to work, and then come back and pick peas, shell them, and I throw them in the freezer. So what you're going to want to do when you process peas is do the same thing I just did. Shell them and then put them up. I like to put my peas up fresh. That means I don't blanch them. Okay, blanch is a quick flash that cooks use to basically remove scum off peas and just get the better, cleaner pea with a fresher taste and no grit. So first things first, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, and we are going to simply put up peas. Okay, I like to use a smaller cup, and I'm going to take the time, since I knew these were frozen, and kind of chop down in them a little bit. I'm just breaking them up. Yeah, if you wait to blanch your pea when you're cooking them, basically, you pull your peas out of the freezer and you get your first round of just hot water. I like to put a little salt in mine, and you just boil them, and then you take a spoon like this and you start removing all that scum off the top. And once you get it, you're only going to cook them about 3 to 5 minutes like that. Anyway, you remove as much of that foam, and I call it scum, off the top, and then you put your peas back into a colander, and you rinse them off really, really, really well. Make sure that they're rinsing clean, and then you start all over with some fresh water. I like to use ham hocks in mine. I'm Southern. And start from there, and then they're ready to cook, basically. Add whatever seasonings you like to them. Now I'm chopping away in this other bowl, y'all, just breaking them up. This is where you also see how many peas that you overlooked when you were shelling. Anywho, let's get it popping. I think we're ready. So we take the spoon, put it to the side. All right, get your first stack. These are quart size. Make sure that I got the right frame for y'all. Yeah, looks good. Set y'all up a little bit higher though. All right. So these are quart size bags. And basically we just get our cup and start filling until we get it done. And then we throw them back into the freezer. Now, move this so y'all can actually see the technique. When you're in the kitchen, you're going to make messes. Don't worry about it. But if you can contain that mess right back in that bowl, go ahead and do it. So I'm working over my bowl. You always want to leave just a little bit of room for air. And you just come up, seal it off, make sure. There's one. 1 quart. That 1 quart will definitely feed 4 people if they all eat peas. Basically about 3 cups in there. Kind of push back, allow your fingers to let that air escape a little bit, kind of save a little room at the end. Now I'm pushing down, letting the rest of that air escape. And it ain't gonna make a hill of beans, okay? Difference if you allow a little air in there, as long as you got a proper freezer bag. It will keep your product from getting freezer burnt. Now these cheap bags, not so much. More on that one. You really do want, well, I really do want some consistency when I prep or cook or do anything in the kitchen. When you're cooking real soul food, it means a lot. And you really are just kind of putting a little of yourself in there. I'm just getting that little bit of grit off there, you guys. So it's a proper seal. Anyway, when you cook soul food, you are putting your soul in it. It means you're cooking it with love, care, prep. Because you know it's going to the ones that mean the most to you. And that's your family, right? That's what we're down to. Sorry for blocking the view, you guys. It's been a rough summer here in the south. We've had a lot of limited rain, which affects gardens a lot. So, you know, waste not, want not. Here we go. Don't worry about this. This is the stuff that blanching gets off of your peas, okay? Just keep working right on away and get it done. Smaller bowl, so it's not as much clearance in there. I'm going to remove it and work on my clean paper towel now. Let's start stacking our loot. That one's overfilled a bit. I can make it work, but let's be consistent. All right. Go. Pressing on it to release some of the air. Still a little overfilled, y'all, for my liking, but let's seal her off. Alright. Nice. Cool. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I want to give a special shout out to everybody in Kentucky. I want to give a shout out to Dutch Dog. I want to say Dutch Dog 808 or 805, but he knows I'm talking to him. How you doing? And every time you pop in and say something to me, it basically makes me feel at home. So thank you for doing that. You were with me from the beginning, and just really appreciate your support. And I look for you. I care for all my viewers. Sending y'all all lots of love. Lots of courage. Lots of endurance, right? Amen. Go. Press a little. Press a little. Release a lot. Now, I've come to a juncture where I'm not going to fill up a bag, right? Because I'm just down to a little bit. But we certainly are not going to waste peas. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. We got 5 quart size, full quart size bags. So what I'll do is fill this one up. And the next time I pick peas and shell them, this will be where I start. So here we go. There we go. That's what freshness looks like, y'all. That's what straight from the ground looks like. And let me tell you something. If you guys ever want to start your own gardens and grow your own foods, I highly recommend it. There's nothing better than growing your own loot, your own foods. Okay? You can't buy that freshness in a grocery store. Anyway, here we go. I love y'all. I'm about to pick this phone up and show you guys. And quick cleanup. That's why I kind of, watch me cook. I'm usually always lining my surfaces. And of course, before I line them, I go and I sanitize them. Yep. That way, you're cooking clean. Take a few steps to cook clean. Your food's way better and safer. Goodness, let's not forget about safety. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 quarts of peas and 1 to grow on. Love y'all. Hope your Saturday's great. See y'all in a little while. Bye-bye.